Alright, 3 Yeats poems and one of my own. The first is the Lake Isle of Innisfree. I will arise and go now, and go to Innisfree, and a small cabin build there, of clay and wattles made. 9 bean rows will I have there, a hive for the honey bee, and live alone in the bee-loud glade. And I shall have some peace there, for peace comes dropping slow, dropping from the vales of the morning to where the cricket sings. There midnight's all a glimmer, and noon a purple glow, and evening full of the linnet's wings. I will arise and go now, for always night and day I hear lake water lapping with low sounds by the shore, while I stand on the roadway or on the pavement's grey. I hear it in the deep heart's core. The next poem is one of my own, patterned after Yeats. 'Tis my prize, those childhood woes live buried inside the soil of my soul, of such matter consorted, and I always return to that same grave to hide that inferno of shame, youthful ardor aborted. What do I want with the sun? Why would I show my face? Give me the moonlight and a forest path to walk alone, with the wild mustangs and the past they trace. Our nostrils flare, breathing ancient air into bone. The warriors, old Celts, knew well this potent rage. In the lovers of old era ran the sap of rowan and oak. The modern man lives in a zoo, in a civilized cage, and lost is the marriage that human to divine may yoke. The second coming. Turning and turning in the widening gyre, the falcon cannot hear the falconer. Things fall apart, the center cannot hold. Mere anarchy is loosed upon the world. The mud-dimmed tide is loosed, and everywhere the ceremony of innocence is drowned. The best lack all conviction, while the worst are full of passionate intensity. Surely some revelation is at hand. Surely the second coming is at hand. The second coming, hardly are those words out, then some vast image out of Spiritus Mundi troubles my sight. Somewhere in the sands of the desert, a shape with lion body and the head of a man, its gaze as blank and pitiless as the sun, is moving its slow thighs, while all about it reel the shadows of indignant desert birds. The darkness drops again, but now I know that 20 centuries of stony sleep were vexed to nightmare by a rocking cradle. And what rough beast, its hour come round at last, slouches toward Bethlehem to be born? This last poem, Circus Animals Desertion, was written by Yeats when he was 73 years old, 1 year before his death. I sought a theme. I sought for it in vain. I sought it daily for 6 weeks or so. Maybe at last, being but a broken man, I must be satisfied with my heart, although winter and summer till old age began, my circus animals were all on show. Those stilted boys, that brandished chariot, lion and woman and the Lord knows what. What can I but enumerate old themes? That sea rider O'Sheen, led by the nose through 3 enchanted islands, allegorical dreams, vain gaiety, vain battle, vain repose, themes of the embittered heart, or so it seems, that might adorn old songs or courtly shows. But what cared I that set him on to ride? I starved for the bosom of his fairy bride. And then a counter-truth filled out its play. The Countess Kathleen was the name I gave it. She, pity-crazed, had given her soul away, but masterful heaven had intervened to save it. I thought my dear must her own soul destroy. So did fanaticism and hate enslave it. And this brought forth a dream that soon enough the dream itself had all my thought and love. And when the fool and blind man stole the bread, Cuchulainn fought the ungovernable sea. Heart's mysteries there, and yet when all is said, it was the dream itself enchanted me. Character isolated by a deed to engross the present and dominate memory. Players and painted stage took all my love, and not those things that they were emblems of. Those masterful images, because complete, grew out of pure mind, but out of what began? A mound of refuse, or the sweepings of a street? Old kettles, old bottles, and a broken can. Old bones, old iron, old bones, old rags, that raving slut who keeps the till. Now that my ladder's gone, I must lie down where all the ladders start, in the foul rag and bone shop of the heart. Thank you for watching.